Okay, we have a mega shell situation. I have so many bags of shells. So I'm gonna do what I can to fit this. This is fresh from last night. So listen, you don't have to do this, but you do have to do this. You hear me? If you're gonna make seafood stock, you need to either brown your shells off like in a Dutch oven or a big pot on your stove. These are shrimp shells. Look, I love it. It makes me so happy. To save the scraps is just everything to me. Okay, so you wanna roast this off. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of avocado oil on here. I have the oven heating up at 400 degrees. We're gonna do 10 or 15 minutes. When these shells turn bright red, we are ready to go. Then we'll put them in a huge stock pot with celery and onion and whatever else we want, maybe a couple of carrots. We'll cover it in cold water. We'll cook it for an hour, hour and a half, and it's going to make a delicious, deep seafood stock. You don't have to spend money on it, and it's 3,812 times better. You wanna see me cut a butternut squash? I feel like you've seen me do it. Look, I got a little dinky one. I always make the huge one and then I don't eat it in the whole thing in a week. Ba-bam-bam. Okay, so just keep your knife to the board, babies. You get right through. Food makes me so happy. Look, here's my garbage bowl. We're gonna fill her up everything we do. I'm gonna scoop my seeds out, lay it on the sheet pan with sweet potatoes, and they're going in the oven with the shells, 400 degrees. Okay, look, I sprayed the squash inside. I scooped the seeds out, super easy. I did avocado spray on the insides of the flesh, and then I did a little bit of salt, fresh ground pepper. I'm just going to lay them flat on the sheet pan with parchment paper. Look how beautiful. Will we all fit? Can we all come to the party? Yes. What a gift. Okay, let's talk about stew. I am essentially making something that mimics gumbo. Gumbo's my favorite food, and I can't eat it because it's made with a roux and I don't need flour. So what else can I do? I can just put everything that goes in gumbo in my seafood stew, make it a little bit healthier, equally delicious. I'm using fresh okra. You can use frozen okra here. I did frozen okra last time. You just want to cut these little butts off. But whatever you do, you need to roast it in the oven to kind of take some of that slime away. Unless you're into the slime, sublime. You eat that and you do it. So I'm just cutting it just like they do in gumbo, like this. When I get another free sheet pan, I'm gonna put all this on there, salt, pepper, same thing, a little bit of oil, and then I'm gonna throw it in the oven for 15 minutes on like 400 to get it crispy, and then we'll throw it in our stew. So here's a pro to the slime when you cut it. Look, it looks like a party. Like this is Bob, Joe, Jim, Jake. What a gift. Okay, here we are. Gumbo is cut, what a gift. Celery is cut. So I'm about to make seafood stock on the stove. I have scraps, but I just cut this off my celery. You best believe I'm throwing it in the pot. We're just gonna throw it and use it in our stock. Hello? I have bell peppers, I have serranos. I'm gonna throw zucchini in the stew. Like literally whatever looks good. Cilantro, tomatoes, bell pepper hack. You pop through the top, then you get all the flesh. Look at this magic. You don't lose any of your pepper. Bountiful, I'll tell you what. Garbage bowl, seeds, goodbye, love ya. Next up, this is the best part. We're making the base for the stew. So in lieu of a roux, help me. Let's try that again. Do y'all know that I do all of these in one take? Here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna make this peppery, gingery, oniony, serrano base, and I'm gonna throw it all in the food processor. So it's gonna make like a spicy, I don't know, pepper base? I don't even know what it's called. My trainer taught me they do it in Ghanaian food. And so we're doing that. We're doing half of a red bell pepper, half of an orange bell pepper. Beautiful. I'm gonna do a little bit of celery, ginger. I gotta start putting my phone on. Do not disturb, because when people call, it messes the whole... Can I get this one? I will not be defeated by this. Do you know how strong I am? Got it. However you gotta get it done, get it done. Wanna see something beautiful? Look at my shells. So they're not bright red like they were last time, but that's okay. I mean, my shrimp shells turned pink. Everything is roasty and toasty and smells super good. So I'm just in the middle of cutting up these shallots. Here's the beautiful thing about a food processor. You just have to cut it a little bit to help it along. You know, you don't have to chop it all up, which I love chopping, but sometimes, holy hell, you got a lot to do. Garlic, serrano, look at what I have in here. Peppers, we're gonna blend this all together, and then we're gonna cook it down in a little bit of oil, and it is going to be the base of our stew. It's me. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys. All the roasted shells are just gonna go down in this pot. They're not even hot. We can do it with our hands. And then I have that big celery root in there. I'm gonna throw an onion. We're gonna cover with cold water. And then this is the base of our seafood stock. We're gonna let it go for like an hour and a half. I'll show you a picture of what we have. Can you all see me? I need a film crew today. Paul, where are you? Case in Point Media. How gorgeous are you? Very gorgeous, it's true. Look what we're looking at here. It's beautiful. I forgot to put ginger in, so have no fear. Microplane is here. I was about to say I got it out of the garage. I got it out of the freezer, and I'm just gonna grate it in here, and then we're good to go. I have a big pot heating up that we're gonna do all the stew in, and then we're gonna cook down this pepper base for like 10 or 15 minutes. Remember, this is like our roux replacement, okay? Ooh, gingy. Okay, let's chat while I cut zucchini. Bay leaves are gonna go in the stew. Tomato paste is gonna go in the stew. So I have that pepper mixture down in like a tablespoon of avocado oil. We're just gonna let it cook for like 10, 15 minutes. Cook off some of that rawness of the ginger and the pepper. Literally standing over the pot, it just burned my eyes. It's so spicy, but it's gonna be dank. I'm gonna cut up all the veggies we're gonna throw in the stew. We have the okra in the oven. I'm gonna do zooks. We're gonna do some celery. I'm probably gonna do like the rest of these peppers to throw in. I'm gonna start peeling shrimp. We're gonna get crab working. I'm excited. Last time I made this, it was so good. And didn't we think like, wow, we should have quadruple batch this because it was so good and I wanted to share it with everybody. So here I am sharing it again. Okay, seafood part of this. I'm using this lump crab meat. We're gonna pick through it. And then I got some beautiful Gulf wild caught Gulf shrimp. And I'm gonna peel them and then guess what else I'm gonna do? You'll never guess. I'm gonna save my shells. These are gonna go in right at the end. When the stew is ready, they take like 3 minutes to cook, okay? Look how gorge. What a beautiful. Okay, so my pepper mixture is pretty much cooked down. I'm gonna add passata, my favorite tomato base. It's just, I always look at this, but like we know. It's just tomatoes and salt and citric acid. What a gift. We're gonna throw this in and then my seafood stock should be done soon. I'm gonna taste it. Look at this okra. It's so good. Okay, okra's done. I'm gonna deep fry the shrimp. I'll show you how to do it. Wanna see the okra? It's beautiful. What a gorgeous. Okay, shrimp. Sam peeled these for us. So if you just run a sharp knife down the back, you can get that line out with the shrimp poop. Luckily that one didn't have. If they're all clean, it will just be a miracle. They came from a clean sea. Wow, nothing. But see, you just pull out where the poop would be. Okay, look, shrimp shells for next time. We're gonna put them in the freezer. Candied sweet potatoes. We go through this a lot. Can you see the caramel? No. Oh. Caramel. Look at it. Can you see it? This is what it's supposed to look like. Almost burnt. I'll cut into it. My seafood stock isn't ready quite yet, but all of our shrimp is peeled and deveined. The crab meat's in there because it's all gonna get cooked at the same time. The crab meat is cooked. And then I got some snow crab clusters. What a cute. I'm gonna boil these or steam them on the side, and then I'm gonna serve them in a big bowl with the stew on top. Ooh, just wait. It's stock time. So you just wanna do this with a big mesh strainer so that no shells get in your final product. We want this to be clear. Ooh, we're gonna have a lot. That's the thing. If you're making stock, make a lot of it because it is a labor of love. You're not gonna wanna do this multiple times. What a pretty steam bath. How gorgeous are we? So I tasted it because we wanna taste it every time, right? And it's super spicy, which I'm into. But we're gonna leave it uncovered to cook for a while. And I want it to reduce a little bit. I also want some more tomato flavor, so I'm gonna put in some more of the passata in here, and then we'll taste for salt and pepper at the end. Let's chat about smoked paprika, should we? Ooh, it's smoky. It's delicious.
You don't say.
It's actually smoked, so it's smoky. I have the cutest thing y'all have ever seen in your lives. They're so cute. Okay, what did I put in my stew? I just did a bunch of fresh cilantro I chopped up. I did some gumbo filet, which is ground sassafras leaves. I was just talking to Sam about that, how I didn't know that before. And I did a little bit of salt, and I added some Old Bay because we were gonna sink all of our seafood in there. That sounds cute, sink it, but I am going to. I'm about to put the snow crab on a steamer. So that's ready. And then I'm gonna wait to do the shrimp and the crab until just the last minute. I might even thicken up the stew a little bit because it's very brothy, which I'm into, but it could be a little thicker, so we'll see. Oh my God. Okay, here's where we are. This is all the stock we have left. What a gift, we'll use that for something. I cut up cilantro and green onions for my garnish. So here's my raw seafood. I'm gonna season it because we wanna season every layer of what we cook, guys. I'm gonna salt this. My stew's in a pretty good place. So it's thin. I thought about thickening it. We decided not to. We don't need the extra calories. We don't want cornstarch and garbage like that in our food. Sorry if you use that, but you shouldn't. Okay, so it's really good. I squeezed a lemon in there. It's spicy, but we're into that. The crab legs are steaming. So I'm gonna sink this in there, and then in like 5 minutes, we'll be ready to eat. Y'all ready to see the finished product? Is it gorgeous? It is.